Guys, Will here with W.T.F car reviews, and today we're going to be reviewing the all-new 2024 Acura Integra A-Spec.
And a big thanks to Lauren and the rest of the management and staff here at Moss Acura in Tampa, Florida for helping make this review possible. I'll leave a link to their inventory below, and if you're looking for a new premium car or SUV in the Tampa area, I would definitely recommend checking these guys out and ask for Lauren.
And for those of you guys who don't know, Acura reintroduced the Integra last year for 2023, replacing the ILX as Acura's compact vehicle now as a hatchback. Not much changes for 2024 outside of an all-new Type S, which is essentially a more premium version of the Civic Type R, featuring Honda and Acura's high-output 2-liter turbo 4-cylinder, cranking out 320 horsepower, 310 pound-feet of torque. Enough to get the Integra to 60 in under 5 seconds, making a no-joke performer. The Type S, however, it will cost over $50,000. Here we have the A-Spec, a well-loaded but less powerful version compared to the Type S, while keeping many of the sporty accents with a base price around $33,500. What else do we get for that money? Let's jump right in. So up front, you notice Acura's dual LED headlamps with an LED daytime running strip. The A-Spec also includes LED fog lights that you don't get on the base. We have a black grille area and very sharp-looking front end styling. The advanced safety features are housed in the Acura badge. Really sharp styling. I love how it flows directly towards the front of the grille. Down below we have some airflow for the intercooler, radiator right up top. In the corner, underneath the headlight, it says Integra on the front bumper, Acura on the headlight housing itself. Hopefully you can pick it up on camera. We'll take one more step back. Hopefully you pick up the side profile, front end styling, the wheel and tire setup. Also upgraded for the A-Spec trim. Here we get these black or gunmetal gray 18-inch rims wrapped in 235/40 R18 Continental Contact Pro all-season tire. Continental Pro Contact all-season tires. The dimensions should be wide enough to put this 200 horsepower, 192 pound-feet of torque to the ground. My 2018 ILX only had 215 wide front tires, and it had that 204 horsepower, 185, 188 pound-foot of torque, 2.4 liter 4-cylinder, and it could not put the power to the ground. We get an A-Spec badge on the fender with a red A. The mirrors have a two-tone contrast on them. We get blind spot monitoring on the glass, all black trim for the window trim. I like how Moss Acura gave us these dark tints, blacked out B-pillar, and we get the moonroof here on the A-Spec. We get smart access for the driver and the front passenger. Same rear wheel and tire setup. The only difference is a smaller brake caliper. The gas cap is push to open. We get easy fill, and 91 premium fuel is recommended, but it can still accept 87 in an emergency situation. But I would always recommend putting in premium fuel for turbocharged 4-cylinder engines. Out rear, full LED taillights, additional A-Spec badge, dual exhaust tips. Shout out Moss Acura in Tampa, Florida for helping make this review possible. Black lip spoiler, black Acura badge, Integra in the rear bumper, and a Moss Acura sticker right beneath. But we mentioned the dual exhaust tips. Let's fire up this 1.5 liter turbo 4-cylinder and hear how she sounds. Alright guys, that was the sound of the 1.5 liter turbo 4-cylinder sold by Acura for the 2024 Integra. It sounds okay. It makes a healthy amount of power at 200 horsepower, 192 pound-feet of torque. So a little bit more torque compared to the 2.4, but a little bit less horsepower. Enough to get this car to 60 around 7 seconds, with both transmissions. It's available either with CVT that we have here or a 6-speed manual. But what you see is basically what we get. No hydraulic struts, so my hand is burning holding this hood up right now, so we'll drop it as soon as we possibly can. Walk around this 2024 Integra one more time. It's an A-Spec. It's relatively low trim. It's a couple $1,000 more than the base, but it's also a couple $1,000 less than A-Spec Premium, which has a lot more features that we'll check out right over here. So the first feature that we don't get, that we would get on the A-Spec Premium, is the ELS 3D sound system. We still get Acura's premium audio system though. It sounds 10 times better than the audio system that I had on my ILX. The interior in general just looks a lot more premium than my ILX. We get some soft touch material up top, hard plastic in the center, aluminum door handle, and it reminds me a little bit of the Camaro door handle. We have auto one touch up front, power windows out rear, more of that red faux leather trim in the center, and a genuine leather armrest. We have 4-way adjustable mirrors, some aluminum trim surrounding them, decent amount of storage. You should be able to squeeze a foot long in there and a big gulp to wash it down. We get an aluminum A-Spec nameplate. As we step inside, we'll turn these lights back to auto so the car's not yelling at me. The seats, beautiful red leather with solid bolstering, beautiful red leather with some black contrast. They are adjustable. There's no lumbar control, but you can recline, drop, lift, and slide the seats, and they're very well bolstered. Taking a step inside, the floor mats before we step inside also say A-Spec on these all-weather floor mats, and some aluminum pedals also available for the A-Spec. Taking a step inside, we can really check it out. So foot on the brake, engine start stop, and everything fires right to life. But first thing you notice is the steering wheel. Just like the new Civic SIs, the new Integra has a very thick steering wheel, great 10-2 bolstering notch, and 9-3 fits perfect in your hands. It's not flat bottom, but it says A-Spec right on the frame. Aluminum frame, rubberized horn area, the horn itself, loud and aggressive. People should definitely be getting out of your way. On the left side, we have our volume and skip controls, voice commands. On the right side, radar cruise control, aluminum paddle shifters, auto headlamps with our fog lights. On the right side, no auto rain sensing wipers, but the intermittent stock is located right there in the center. To the left of the steering wheel, we have our traction control. The air vents are outlined in this faux carbon trim and aluminum outside the air vent itself, and very high quality feeling adjustments for these air vents. The dashboard is all soft touch materials. We can check out the adjustments for this infotainment screen simply by controlling these dials on the side. We have AM, FM, USB, Bluetooth, customized display, back, and right back to where we started. On the right side, we have the same thing, the adjustments between range and fuel, average speed, drive safely, and the attention monitor. You can see who has their seatbelts on and who doesn't. Oil life, tire pressure monitoring, safety support, no content, brightness adjustments, vehicle settings, and the gauge display settings. My personal favorites to look at all times would be range and average fuel economy with a digital speedo right there in the center. So we can press this back button and return to our tach, which goes to about 6,500 RPM. We'll see where it actually shifts. Most turbo 4-cylinders shift closer to 5,000 RPM, but Honda is typically more high revving than most other manufacturers, so we'll see what they do with their 1.5 liter turbo. The touchscreen, we don't get the 9-inch touchscreen that we would get on the A-Spec Premium, but it's still a touchscreen with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto and a solid sound system. No reason to really go through it because, as we mentioned, we don't have any navigation here, and the Apple CarPlay and Android Auto is most of its functionality. More of those high quality feeling air vents in the center, single zone automatic climate control, but it's still nice to get auto climate control in general, heated front seats, USB-A port, no wireless charging pad unfortunately. Also got to go for the Premium A-Spec to get the wireless charging pad. A little bit of piano black surrounding the gear selector, which controls the CVT transmission, but we get sport mode. We'll check that out once we take this car out for a drive. The backup camera, not the best resolution. We get guidance lines and trajectory. That's nice. We can check out the different views. We get a little wider view and an over-the-top trailer hitch view. That's nice for the city if you want to maximize your parallel park. Throwing it back into park, we return to our home screen. Dynamic mode, this car gets sport, normal, and comfort mode. We'll start the review off in sport, transition to comfort, check out normal possibly, and just see what the differences are. Electronic parking brake with brake hold, auto start stop you can disable. 2 cup holders, you'll fit 24 30-ounce cups in here with no problem. With a pass-through, good spot for a phone. The armrest is gushy soft, the console space is decent. You'll fit a 2-liter bottle of soda in there, but that's really about it. We get some more of that faux carbon trim above this glove box. We can open up this latch and it is damped. Not allowing with felt, but it's pretty large. You'll fit 20 license plates in there with no problem. 2 pairs of shoes if you're under a size 10. Frameless auto-dimming rear view mirror, and it is large. You get a great visibility out of the back. The interior lights are LED, and as you mentioned, we get the moonroof here. With a click of a button, everything opens right up. It's a pretty wide opening. See if it goes out any further. It does not, but it goes out all the way to the end of the front row. It's a beautiful day today in Tampa, Florida. It's sunny and 87 degrees. It's about that time of the year we're going to be pushing 90 to 100 just about every day. We can close it right up though. We'll leave the shade open so when we hop out back, you can see how much light is brought into the cabin. We get a sunglass holder, and that's about it for the front seat of this 2024 Acura Integra. Stepping out back, we can see what we got going on, see how much space is offered back there, as well as the overall quality of the materials. Unfortunately, up top we get hard plastic, but still the aluminum door handle, that faux leather in the center, and a gushy soft leather armrest. We get a power window, of course. Decent storage. You'll fit a 6-inch sub if you angle it well. You could probably fit a foot long in there too. The rear seats, still that red leather. The padding doesn't continue out to the door frame. The padding itself is very comfortable, an additional extra boost for the bottom portion. The legroom looks impressive. I'm a little bit over 6 feet tall. I'll unbutton the seatbelts, take a step inside, and we can really check it out. So at a little bit over 6 feet tall, my knees, I have about 3-4 inches of knee room. Headroom, I'm running out. My head is starting to touch the ceiling. So if you're over 6'2", this probably won't be the most comfortable back seat, but legroom wise, it's more than comfortable enough. We don't get air vents, unfortunately, at least none that blow directly into your face. There may be something going on under the seat, but nothing on the console, nothing on the B pillars. And although this is a front wheel drive vehicle, we still get the hump back here, unfortunately, probably for the exhaust. We get a mat pocket behind the passenger seat, no mat pocket behind the driver. We don't get a center cubby back here, so no armrest for the backseat passengers. So again, if you're under 6'2", you should be fine back here, but over 6'2", you may start to wish you had a little bit more space. The interior lights back here are LED, located right there, and we have a hook, good for a suit or a dress. Taking a step out towards the cargo space, and this is why the Integra is a huge upgrade compared to the ILX as far as a family vehicle. This hatch is double the space compared to the ILX. You can drop these seats down 60-40 split, and they even out the wheel well, so you'll be able to drop a 65-70 inch TV back here with no problem. The floor says A-Spec, and I like how it cuts in so the grocery bag shouldn't be flying around nearly as badly as a flat floor SUV or compact vehicle. The secret storage space, we can lift it up, check it out. We have some secret storage right outside the Fix-A-Flat kit and a funnel. You can fit quite a few stuff back here. You can probably put 3 or 4 purses, some little backpacks or whatnot. But what you see is basically what we get. We have LED lights for the cargo space too. It's not a power opening tailgate. You got to go to the top trims to get that, but still pretty easy process overall. That's about it, guys, for the inside and outside of the all-new 2024 Acura Integra A-Spec. For the money, this is a really impressive vehicle. We're costing under $35,000. We get some serious level premium features. Those seats are beautiful. These wheels are sweet. This car overall just looks really bold and menacing. As far as performance, let's take it out for a drive and see what it's got. All right, guys, now we're just about seeing everything we need to see with the inside and outside of the all-new 2024 Acura Integra A-Spec. Let's take it out for a drive and see what it's got. My first impressions, though, in sport mode, the throttle is surprisingly sensitive for a small turbocharged 4-cylinder engine. The steering feels fantastic in sport mode. My Acura ILX had good feeling steering, but this Integra is miles ahead. Also, the approach angle is a lot higher here. So although this vehicle looks like it's super low to the ground, you don't scrape on any of those steep inclines like I used to on my ILX. The turning radius, let's see what we got. Pretty sharp on the gas. Good power. Okay, oh, and it has like a second life once you cross about 4,000 RPM. We mentioned that with the 2023 CRV we reviewed in this channel, the Honda CRV, which also uses the 1.5 liter turbo. It has strong power initially. It kind of feels like it falls flat around like 3,500, and then around 4,500 it just picks back to life. On the gas, good power. Woo! Woo! Yeah, guys, this thing can get onto the highways pretty quickly, but really nowhere to go. Hopefully you still picked up with a pretty decent power. And just cruising along on this concrete highway, you hear a little bit of road noise, but surprisingly limited. It doesn't sound a whole lot louder than, say, like a BMW 3 Series. And the handling here, the steering, reminds me a little bit of a 3 Series. Very on center. We're still in sport mode, so everything here is as aggressive as it possibly can be. And we'll leave it in sport mode for now. We can try out these paddles. We have some ratios. Third gear on the gas. Boost. And boom, again, once you cross 4,500, it's another life. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Brakes feel good, steering feels great. You get rev matches for these ratios. You just can't really hear them because it's not a very loud motor, which is a good thing. If you're buying a premium vehicle, you'd rather it be quiet than loud. You just want to have that performance to really back it up. You take a step out here one more time in sport, lean into about half throttle. Look at this. It pulls very strong. Yeah. I was thinking that Kia was going to go, so I slowed down, but it still pulled very well. We'll have a chance to try another low-speed pull once we make this right. Hopefully nobody gets in front of us. They got an arrow, so nobody's going to get in front of us. On the gas. Good pull. red light. We'll try another acceleration off the line and I'll catch right back with you. All right, guys, on the gas, boost, a little bit of boost, and now a lot of boost after about 4,000. Yeah, it takes a second. That's why the 0 to 60 is closer to 7 seconds. But if it built that boost a little bit quicker, I could see 0 to 60 happening in like 6.5 seconds like the ILX. Wow, that guy's moving. And at around 45 miles an hour, you don't really hear any wind noise. You don't really hear any road noise. We'll throw it into comfort mode, see what changes up. We'll see if we get dual pane windows. We don't get dual pane windows here in the A-Spec, but it's still very quiet interior. Now in comfort mode, the steering gets a lot lighter, but it's still super direct. Leading into about third throttle. Boost kicks in. Still feels very strong. All right, guys, comfort mode, light throttle. Yeah, it takes a little bit longer for it to really kick in power-wise, but it still feels strong. Honestly, if this was my car, I would probably leave it in comfort mode all the time because, yeah, sport makes it a little bit more sensitive, but it's not really making anything faster. Comfort mode makes this vehicle feel still sporty and planted, but gives it another level of refinement and luxury. Overall, guys, if you're looking for a luxurious, decently performing, good looking premium performance sedan or hatchback, I would definitely recommend checking out the 2024 Integra. The 2023 Integra was a sweet car, and for 2024 it's more refined. You have more trim levels to choose from, like the Type S. That Type S is a whole nother level of beast. I can't wait to get a chance to review that. But still, for this A-Spec trim, you get similar styling to the Type S, and you get similar interior features without that absurd $50,000 price tag. With a base price at $33,000, I would definitely recommend checking out the 2024 Acura Integra A-Spec. And a big thanks to Lauren and the rest of the management and staff here at Moss Acura in Tampa, Florida for helping make this review possible. I'll leave a link to your inventory below, and if you're looking for a new premium car or SUV in the Tampa area, I would definitely recommend checking these guys out. And as for Lauren, and huge thanks to all of you for watching. I had a great time making this video. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. If you've already subscribed, thank you so much. You guys know the channel is just not possible without you, and I really appreciate the constant support. But again, if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Leave a like too. It really helps me out the YouTube algorithm. That's how these videos get promoted to new people. Leave a comment. Let me know what you like. Let me know what you don't like. Leave a comment. Let me know if there's any specific cars, SUVs, or trucks you want to see reviewed on this channel, and I'll definitely try getting those videos for you ASAP. But other than that, again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope all of you have a great day.